Hey you guys, welcome back to Sugar Smoke Divinations. I'm Layla, and I'm here to do a general energy check with you guys. I hope everyone is doing well on this Saturday evening. This chilly Saturday evening, my loves. Yeah. Excuse my shirt. I just ate a pomegranate, and apparently I wasted some juice on my shirt, and I didn't know, but it is what it is. It's okay. It's not that deep. Okay. Spiritual ancestor guides and beings, please protect me as I channel these messages. I would like clear messages with truth and clarity. Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, please come down and protect me. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Ooh. I went live for a minute, but then I started eating my pomegranate, and it was a wrap. It was a wrap, honey. I see someone going to be getting checked into a mental institution soon. And somebody been out here fake flexing. Something vicious, child. Yes. I don't know. I don't know. Someone is having a victory of some sort. Balance is being restored. Someone is in the Ten of Swords to the Nine of Swords. Sheesh. Someone is feeling heavily burdened. Someone is feeling super trapped. They're probably trapped within their mind, their head. They're trying to be sneaky of some sort. Possibly a Virgo, a Cancer, a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Taurus that was trying to manifest something off someone. Whether it's new love or new beginning, and now they're in the Five of Pentacles. But the way they was trying to manifest was dishonesty. They was scheming, cheating, deceit, theft. They was trying to be strategic about something. The King of Cups. So, Aquarius, a Pisces, a Cancer, a Scorpio, male figure. Working with someone possibly, or he just thought he was the master magician. I don't know. You know, I'm just a messenger. You know what I'm saying? But absolutely not. It's someone from the past. Someone from your past. With the Six of Cups right here. To the King of Swords. So Aquarius, Pisces, Gemini, Taurus. What about this King of Swords, first of all? It could be an authority figure, possibly a lawyer or a cop that's investigating something, because earlier on my live, I said someone was investigating something of some sort. This King of Cups can also be a Capricorn that was working with a Libra and a Taurus, a young Taurus, and also a young Libra, Aquarius. And yeah, they were working. With the Eight of Pentacles right here. They was trying to master a craft of some sort. but they have a low skill setting because it's not their setting. It's not their skill. Cancer, heavy on the Cancer and Leo. With the Knight of Wands, with the Eight of Pentacles to the Knight of Wands to the Three of Cups. It's as if with the Magician, they were doing some form of a sex ritual, possibly. Yeah, they was possibly doing some form of sex ritual with the Queen of Wands, a Taurus, and with the Hierophant and the Queen of Wands. It could have been some people that's involved in a occult of some sort, a coven. The Page of Wands, the Fool to the Queen of Pentacles. With the Fool, the Queen of Pentacles to the Page of Wands. They thought they had a new beginning. But they don't. Because the cycle is closed. So no matter what y'all try, whatever they try, it's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. Y'all could try as hard as y'all want, but, you know, if y'all think that y'all invisible, think again. The Page of Wands to the Temperance, because, like I said, balance is being restored. Patience, moderation, calm, self-control. Cooperating with others, finding solutions. With the Page of Wands, imagination, inspiration, fresh ideas, an eye-opener. To the Five of Wands. The Temperance to the Five of Wands. Strong-willed, perseverance. To the Nine of Pentacles. Abundance, elegance, luxury, self-sufficient. To the Empress. Divine feminine. Abundance, nurturing, creativity. And considering the Empress, is self-sufficient, having self-control, cooperating with others, as in knowing that these fools in the background trying to sabotage her and she's just letting them be. While they out here being sneaky, working with an emperor or some sort, a father figure. To the Seven of Swords, being sneaky. She gonna win every time. Queen of Swords, truth. I wouldn't lie to you. You people are a joke. We have the Tower. Sudden change, tragedy, revelation. I'm going to just go with the revelation. You know what I'm saying? To the Nine of Wands, resilience, close to success, courage, perseverance. Because, so there's a King of Cups working with a group of people. We have Capricorn, Aquarius, Aries. We got all the signs out here. And they all working against or coming against the Empress. Right? And having sex rituals, drinking, partying, celebrating. And with that Tower to the resilience, y'all possibly celebrated too early. Y'all celebrated too early. I need to put them cups down. To the Eight of Wands. Gaining momentum, fruits of labor. Now they're burdened and, or they will be burdened, feeling burdened, restricted, exhausted, struggling, losing concentration. To the Five of Wands. Argument, disputes, lack of cooperation, rivals, oppositions. So, considering the Empress is sitting pretty, minding her business, these people are feeling burdened and they're arguing and fighting amongst each other because they wanted some type of upheaval and chaos to go on in the Empress life. And they're stressed out apparently over the Emperor's new opportunities that's coming in. But how are you guys stressed out about someone else's opportunities? Someone's new beginning, career opportunities, manifestations, abundance, stability, security, prosperity. Like, that don't even make sense. Ooh, my nose itch. And now they feel Five of Cups, loss, grief, sorrow, disappointment. To the Ace of Swords. So this is the truth. Sound decision making, breakthrough, justice, new opportunities. You know what I'm saying? And now they back. Or they will be. Or they just never stop. The Five of Wands, you know? To the grief. The group dynamic. All 10 of them. 10, 20, 10,000, a million, however many people it was, because they wanted long-term success. They was trying to harvest some rewards that does not belong to them. They were planning, hard working hard. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't theirs. They was trying to offer someone a fishy cup. You know, Queen of Swords truth. That's what's going on in this energy, my loves. I would not lie to you. I have no reason to. What do I get out of that? Someone could be coming in that's practical, reliable, patient, strong-willed, responsible, yet determined. That's the Ace of Swords truth. With the strength. Okay. Queen of Swords truth. You know what I'm saying? And these people will stop at absolutely nothing. Anything else, Spirit, from this deck before I move on? No. Besides, they was trying to intimidate somebody, and they wanted to defeat the Empress at all costs, but if it take all y'all to go against one Empress, and y'all still don't win, then y'all know what's up. People full of anxiety over someone's Two of Cups, someone's new love, attraction for someone, a partnership that's possibly coming in. And that's the Ace of Swords truth. You people. What is wrong with these people? I don't know, Spirit. I don't know, Spirit. I don't know. Where am I going with this? The Heart's truth. Let's see what's going on with these people. This was going on with these people. They don't want the right person to come in to love on the Empress. They don't want the Empress to find love whatsoever. And their feelings all bottled up. They're mad about it. These people are weird. They're being very insincere. Like they're being very insincere. What's crazy is how y'all trying to run somebody's life. Furthermore, Jesus Christ, who looking for what? Y'all worried about a love offer, and it could be a job offer or anything. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just don't want the Empress to be loved at all. Y'all don't want her to be loved. Y'all want her to be outside, pulling her hair out her hair. Oh, these people crazy. Y'all need to be worried about who going to the mental asylum. That's what y'all need to be worried about. Y'all out here fake flexing. Excuse you, I'm recording. Something is ancient history. Jeez. Possibly the way y'all people think. Full of bad vibes and energy draining. We don't do no energy draining over here. Energy vampires, stay far away. Stay far away. But apparently these people are energy vampires. You know what I'm saying? Try to suck the life out you. They want the absolute worst for you. Energy vampires. It's not just... Risk versus reward came in reverse. So, y'all took a risk in the reward for a reward. And the risk outweighed the potential rewards. Y'all wasn't being realistic. Y'all wasn't being realistic while weighing out the prime. Y'all attacking my throat chakra. You guys weren't being realistic while weighing the pros and cons of a situation. You guys didn't. With boundaries and shadow side here, y'all didn't believe that the Empress had boundaries. Y'all didn't know that the Empress did all her shadow work, like through and through, apparently. This was a very irresponsible move to the fear. So with the fear, y'all fear that, or someone fears that the Empress will be, I don't know, bigger than them? More successful? I don't know what's going on. You tell me. How long have you had the floor, and what did you do with it? Yeah. To whoever this message resonates with, that's against the Empress. How long have you had the floor, and what did you do with it, my darling? Because that's my question, and I would like to know. Yeah. So for all these people, a whole community of some sort, maybe a few communities, you know what I'm saying? To come against the Empress, to try to stop her shine and everything that she has going on. Someone isn't concerned about this. How long have you guys had the floor, and what did you guys do with it? for y'all to be trying to be so pressed and stressed about one's mark that they leave in this world, that y'all trying to dim someone's light oh so bad, you know? For y'all to be so pressed and stressed about the Empress making it, yet y'all haven't did anything. You get what I'm saying? Someone's receiving a message of concern to the message to the concern. Heavy on the message of concern. We have 2 messages, 7 messages of concern out here, you know. So someone is heavily pressed to the adjudication. They're concerned about the Empress being free and clear of all this trash, the way that they was trying to tarnish one's character, career, and name. Huh. And why is that? The expectations of a child. So, you guys, oh shoot, they got expectations, child, gift, family room, occupation, courthouse. So apparently this Empress that we're speaking of was expecting to follow a certain path. All the way down to a courtship, possibly. Who knows, right? And we have back on the message to the message of concern. And someone took it upon themselves to completely block all of this because possibly they wanted it, or they just felt that they were going to sacrifice this child. They felt that this child was going to be the black sheep of the family whole time. Absolutely not. God had other plans. The universe had other plans. The Galactic Federation had other plans. Okay. And now they're in concern because it's not going as planned. Possibly a mature man. Or this could be a judge. But someone is concerned of this because the gift that was left with this child, possibly in the family room, to the occupation, to the courthouse, yet it was all blocked from a child. So all this is blocked from the child. The child had no thought, with no recollection of any of this. The child had no clue about any of this. If I'm being totally honest, the child was lied to from the birthday to the name. Okay? So, is this it? To poverty. Exactly. So they made sure that they kept this child in pure poverty. They did not take care of this child properly. At all. This child raised herself. That's what it's given. This child could possibly be 37. This child could be 35. Who knows? Because, like I said, the child was lied to since the day they were left in the family room, possibly. With a gift that the child never received. And I know the child never received this gift because I'm the child, and the one person who did raise me used to always tell me, well, raise me from whenever I was left with them until 7 or whatever, that the other person who claimed to be my mother, a thief, stole whatever it was that was left to me. Just being honest. I have no reason to lie, my darlings, right? A set of lovers. To the high honor. To the change. To the privileged lady. Going on a journey and receiving unexpected income. A marriage. And a thief. So possibly a Gemini was involved that wanted to be in high honor, and they made a change to make themselves a privileged lady, and they went on the journey and received some unexpected income and got married, and they were thieves to the main female. They wanted to be the main female, and now someone is in despair. While they had this child toiling and laboring their whole entire life, right? And this is coming out in the open and in the distant horizon. Possibly this child was left the house and the pathway to follow to receive sudden wealth. And now someone is back receiving a message of concern of this foolishness. And a courtship, or about their courtship with an official person, a main male, is receiving a message about this. Someone that's in prison, or someone is receiving a message about a main male that's in prison that is in bad health, that has a great fortune, that's tied to a false person, a wealthy man. I don't know, take this how it resonates. Or maybe a wealthy man that... A wealthy man that is in prison is connected to a false person. And their great fortune is being tampered with to the death. Or a wealthy man that's in prison, that's in bad health, that has a great fortune, but is tied to a false person. There's a lot going on, child. To the coffin. Who? A community. So a community came together to steal a great fortune from a wealthy man that's in prison. And now the community could be in bad health. And they work with a mature woman and a mature man. And now someone isn't concerned about it. Yeah. Either way it go, it does not belong to them. We're just going to put that out there. Because that's clear. You understand? That's clear. Very clear, my loves. Total drama action. It's about to go down. Is these criminals about to get caught? Possibly. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Someone didn't check themselves. And now they're being kicked to the curb. And someone is saying, I hate nothing about you, apparently. Kicked to the curb. A mature woman. A fellow mature woman. A mature woman is getting kicked to the curb. Someone's trying to fulfill a fantasy. To the sexual protection, to the red lipstick stains in reverse. So somebody was trying to leave a stain on someone that's very toxic, that was trying to fulfill a fantasy. What I get out of this with the bad health, somebody possibly has an STD of some sort. And they were possibly trying to give it to this wealthy man. Or the privileged lady, but I'm going to say the wealthy man because that was like one of the last cards that came out. But heavy on the sexual protection. So, he was protected from this, whatever she may have been carrying. Really toxic and trying to fulfill a fantasy. These people are wicked out here. You have to stay dangerous. You know what I'm saying? A bugaboo. So someone that's a bugaboo was trying to fulfill a fantasy of some sort. But now they're being kicked to the curb. Possibly because the wealthy man found out that they were promiscuous, sleeps around, a temptress, free-for-all, steal your man. So possibly this person stole this person from someone, or they just very promiscuous. They just sleep around with everybody. And they was trying to give someone something, apparently. And now they're trying to burn the evidence. Because it's too much. They don't want to be put on Front Street. They want to be put on blast. While they was out here trying to fulfill the fantasy. I found it crazy that this fulfill the fantasy card is still at the bottom of the deck. Ooh. To keeping a promise. And one more card had flipped over. What was it? To bank failure. Oh. I was going to go there, but I didn't want to go there. So this false person possibly stole all the money from the wealthy man out of his bank account while he was in prison, possibly. That's one way to look at it, right? Or this person, the false person, don't have a great fortune. And they like absolutely not to the bad choices. Bank failure to the bad choices. And possibly this wealthy man chose this false person over someone else. Over the privileged lady of some sort. And that was a bad choice. And she robbed her. Because he was trying to fulfill the fantasy. Because he wanted someone that was going to sleep around and be super promiscuous. A little sex shop. So somebody that was into having threesomes, foursomes, all that freaky stuff. They found out that she was a false person in the bugaboo. And they don't want to hear it. He don't want to hear it. She don't want to hear it. Take it how it resonates. You know what I'm saying? You know your situation better than anyone. To the police. To the I don't want to hear it. So while they was out here robbing, he called the police. He said, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say, ma'am. You stole from me? Anger management to the caution to the tantric sex. So once he realized he went to the ATM machine, some money was missing. Maybe it got physical. Maybe it got violent. I don't know. I wasn't there. Were you? I don't know. Apparently so. Total action drama. To the recordings. Announcing, expressing, revealing the truth. Child, somebody that got robbed to the game over. Out here doing drugs. Someone's envy of someone. Super envy. To the anger management. To a hater. Envy, hater, toxic. So there's a toxic person that's full of envy and full of hatred that was trying to fulfill a fantasy. And they robbed the wealthy man. They may have this on recording. If they went to a bank or something, of course it's on recording. The recording to I don't want to hear it. To the divorce. Yikes. So they married this false person. They possibly married this false person and thought that they were going to come in or add to their great wealth or get some good wealth. And it turned out it was just depression. Depression on top of depression. To the pregnancy test. Unsure results. Pregnancy scare. Positive or negative. To destroy. Shattered. Broken. Completely ruined. So somebody went on this escapade with this little hottie. And it wasn't what they thought it was going to be. To the caution. They didn't look at the yellow tape. They didn't look at the red tape. Possibly. Knowing they fucked up. Somebody know that they fucked up, y'all. Yes, I cursed to the game over. Nobody want to play this game anymore. They don't want to play this game with this little to get in the room, hotel sweeps, motel, fighting for what you love. To Once Upon a Time's love story. What? We're not about to go into all that. So I don't know if somebody living in the hotel now, or they started meeting up with this person in the hotel, and they thought that this was going to be a love story for the books. And now they ending it with needing anger management because you a hater. They found out that they was sleeping with a hater that robbed them, trying to fulfill a fantasy. Now everything is falling apart, falling into pieces, child. Okay, Spirit, where are we going with this? A forgotten person, core past, or old friend. So maybe this wealthy man got with an old friend, someone from their past. Or maybe that's how they just want to forget this person. You know, like, they want to forget that this ever happened. To the hope. Wish, expect, desire. To the hoping that they can start over with someone else. I don't know. To the lawyer. To the law. Lawyer, police, judge. To letting go. Surrender, open, give up, and release. To the snake. Lie, poison, infertility. To the breakup. Walking away, separation, the end. So they found out that this person wasn't nothing that they may have claimed to be or what they thought that they seen in the person. They found out that this person was a bugaboo. And now they need anger management behind it. Or maybe the person they were dealing with had anger issues. But they definitely know that this person is a hater. Who's maybe a little sex worker. She could be a whore. You see what she got on outside? Mm-hmm. To the sex shop. They thought they was keeping a promise to somebody. Now they want to kick this person to the curb. With these red lipstick stains in reverse. So you dodged the bullet possibly and didn't get burned. Or maybe they did. I don't know. You checked before you mess with this person. Whoever this may be. You understand? They need to get checked. You too, but them for sure. To the bank failure. Because they were dealing with someone that is heavily promiscuous. Out here having tantric sex. I cannot make this up. Promiscuous to tantric sex, my loves. Out here trying to fulfill some fantasies and possibly their pecker almost fell off. Who knows? I don't know. I wasn't there. But this false person definitely was trying to fulfill the fantasy because they wanted this great fortune. A woman. And they was possibly working with a group dynamic to take it from a person. To the sudden wealth, courtship, and despair. You know what I'm saying? Because they wanted to be a privileged lady or put themselves out there as they were a privileged lady. And they knew they were. They knew they was not. They wanted to be part of high society. Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada, Givenchy, all that good stuff. That's what they wanted, eh? Givenchy. That's what they wanted, eh? They wanted the Fendi boots and the Prada bag. They wanted the $300,000 watch. Now they're possibly chained to the devil. Or was chained to the devil all along. Possibly a King of Wands. Or a Gemini. And they feel powerless. They got a victim mentality at the moment. They're feeling restricted, trapped, helpless. They feel imprisoned. They have a dilemma. Working with the Queen of Wands. Now they're moving away, letting go. Possibly. I'm just a messenger, my love. We're going to come with 2 life clarifying situations. River of release. Drift along the river of release where waters carry away burdens guiding towards renewal. So whoever this may be for, whatever you were going through, because the whole story does not have to be for you. It could just be parts. You know what I'm saying? But whatever you were going through, whatever burdens, let them burdens go. And open your mind. Drift along the rivers to release where waters carry away burdens, guiding towards renewal. To the release and renew. Embrace the flow of letting go to welcome renewal, allowing new energy to shape your path. So it's okay, you know what I'm saying, if you got sidetracked or whatever. Everything happens for a reason. Everything ain't gonna work out for the better. You got the law involved, right? You called the police. To the revelations away. Embrace the mystery. Embark on a journey of discovery and watch as secrets unveil before you. So, you can't hold on to the past. You gotta keep going. And just know everything gonna be alright. If you play your cards right, everything's gonna be alright. To the divine timing, my loves. Be patient, for some things take time to manifest fully in your life. Trust the process. Embrace uncertainty. Have faith in the journey unfolding before you. To the recovery and the recovery comeback. Find strength and healing as each step forward renews hope and paves the way for a triumph resurgence. So, everything gonna work out in divine timing. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta take it one step at a time. Figure out where did you mess up, slip up at, and make sure you don't go down that path again. Don't be out here trying to fulfill all them wild fantasies. You don't know who you're getting attached to. You don't know what or where these people come from. Just because it's shiny on the outside does not mean it's pure in the inside. So we're going to use some diamonds as an example. You know them real good diamonds, how they be like, you can see straight through them. They be clarity. But you know they got some Cuban zirconias just like that. I'm just saying. Out here, you probably got caught up with somebody that's flexing big time the whole time. They are broke as fuck, you know. That's talking hella shit that holds no weight, apparently. So don't get caught up in the matrix. Caught up with somebody that's fake flexing whole time. They don't hold no weight, baby. Okay. But all right, my loves, that is the message. I will see you guys later.